Ryan McCawfee is back with us. What's going on, man?
Espresso on McCarthy.
I did not bring coffee today.
Hey, pass that over, dude. I need some up here.
Same here.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Rather than choosing anger, I have chosen peace and alcohol.
I, too, have chosen the same, although the commissioner will tell you different. All right, man. The Jets played my Colts, or my wife's Colts, yesterday. Jets grabbed the lead. What happened? Just what happened?
Sauce Gardner will no longer be known as Sauce in this household. He will just be straight up Ahmad Gardner in this house.
I've heard that on WFAN quite a few times. And I also heard that with my buddy Jake Asman, too.
Yeah, I'm happy I went to do other activities yesterday because other activities have given me joy as opposed to the New York Jets this year. I had so much hope.
The Grey Cup, perhaps?
We talked about this in September. I had a lot of hope.
Yep.
The Jets had just beat the Patriots on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat my Jets a few weeks later. So tat for tat, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
But the game that changed the season was not the Bills game. It was not the Steelers game. It was the Broncos game. Because it truly showed whose Jets team was.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't. It just showed y'all weren't scrappy enough.
No, I don't know what happened I can't tell you what. They're not scrappy. They're soft. They can't tackle. They can't identify them. They can't identify themselves correctly on offense. You should go through Breece Hall. Breece Hall is your guy. Breece Hall did most of the work yesterday on offense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't recognize that. So whoever the next quarterback is, whoever next coach or GM is going to be, because Joe Douglas has quietly quit.
Yes, he has.
And I'm pretty sure that firing decision by Woody Johnson after the London game, I think that was the worst decision of the season. I think and it backfired on them. And they've had one win since. So what do you think that was going to do? What do you think that was going to do? Initially, I defended it because I'm sitting there going, okay, Woody's making a decision. His regime has never fired a coach in season, and he's doing something about it. He's getting rid of the problem. What he thinks is the problem now. It turns out that wasn't part of the problem. Coaching is part of the problem. That's the symptom. It's not the diagnosis. Player performance on the field is a symptom. It's not a diagnosis.
Right.
The diagnosis is the ownership. Has been and will be since 2000.
Mm-hmm. Al Groh was the coach.
So I have made the decision to we're not doing my partner and I on Victory Mondays. We're not going to do it anymore because neither of us are in the mood to talk about a team that is underperforming, that has so much talent but underperforms every single week.
Yes.
And we find better things to do with our lives. Yesterday, I went to a local hockey game yesterday. I enjoyed myself there.
Good.
Even though the Adirondack Thunder lost 7-1, I still enjoyed myself because at least the beer was good and the company was better.
I was about to say, man, you're residing in the basement here with me. So, I mean, what else are we supposed to do?
Yeah. And then it's all of a sudden Miami's coming back. And I mean, granted, they played the Raiders and the Rams the last 2 weeks, but
we lost to the Rams. I can't say anything.
I looked at them. I looked at the Rams as my bounce back. I looked at that game as the Rams bounce back game, and they bounced back.
I just love how all these bounce back games are at New England's expense. It's like, come on here. What are we good for here? What are we, the rebound chick?
This season, you guys are, yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
But yeah, that Grey Cup was good up until the fourth quarter, and
then Toronto just said,
"Yeah, well,
we're done.
We're gonna talk about it on Total Football Talk Extra on Friday."
Yes, I am a fan of extra.
Yeah. About one on Friday, but Drew and I were going back and forth. He can't. I know you've watched. He cannot pronounce Liram Hirallahu's name to the life.
Nope.
It's just,
nope. He's tried.
We said,
Drew, God bless you, but you couldn't do it.
And here's the thing: I said, if the Toronto Argonauts win the Grey Cup, we have to try to get him on so he can try to pronounce his name in front of him. So, that was a decent game all the way up to the fourth quarter, and Collaros cuts his finger. You can tell he's in discomfort, and he throws his interceptions, and
that was that.
That was it. That was a game changer.
Same with Nick Bosa yesterday in Santa Clara. Once he went out, the Seahawks took advantage. Hey, it happens.
I'm sure my co-host Dustin is one of the happiest dudes because he said, I'm going to go home and watch my Seahawks get blasted by the 49ers.
I know he's jumping up and down doing a victory dance right now.
Yep.
Okay. To your New Jersey Devils.
Yes, a much happier topic.
Much happier topic.
Much happier topic.
Talk to me about your Devils, man. They're doing great this year so far.
So far, so good. So good. I think part of it is the new coaching system. They're a little bit more conservative than they were last year with Lindy Ruff. Lindy Ruff's systems have a shelf life these days. We saw it in Dallas. We saw it in New Jersey. And now you're seeing in Buffalo right now. The Buffalo Sabres they're no slouch. They're no slouch. Although Tage Thompson got hurt the other day, but yeah, this team is good. They've figured out their goaltending. Their defense is much better than last year. Granted, they got goosed. They got skunked 4-0 in Tampa, who absolutely has a doubles number for the last half decade.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised to see what they did in Florida and at Sunrise.
Yeah.
Those two games last week. I said they coming off a really bad loss against San Jose. That was on the heels of a back-to-back of a comeback, a huge comeback win against the Islanders the night before. Poor performance against San Jose. Can't get pucks in front of Mackenzie Blackwood, the former New Jersey Devil. Just can't produce anything. And you figured, okay, this might be that game is going to tell what kind of teams this is going to be. They go into Florida, beat Florida 4-1. So, okay, is this an aberration? Because Florida's defending Stanley Cup champion, even with all the players they lost.
Right.
They're still one of the best teams in the league.
Yep. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs.
2 nights later, 6-2. You just went into Florida, into Sunrise, into the den of the defending Stanley Cup champion,
and you waxed them,
and you beat him by his combined score of 10-3. Incredible.
How do you explain that? How do you explain that one?
In the words of one John Sterling, that's hockey, Susan.
Speaking of John Sterling, congrats to him on his retirement. And I got to send a shout. I did this on Friday. I'll do it today. I got to send a shout to my buddy Dave Sims, who will be the brand new play-by-play voice of the New York Yankees. I'm working on getting him on the show so we all can show him some love. A fellow cancer survivor, been the television voice of the Mariners for 18 years. And when I got that, I was so happy for him, because if anybody can follow a legend, hey, then that's him. That's Dave. That's Dave Sims.
Easily.
Yeah.
That is Dave Sims. And I'm so happy for him. I am so pleased that he will be the radio voice of the New York Yankees. So now I got him to listen to. I got Robert Ford from the Astros to listen to. I got my buddies in Chicago for the Chicago White Sox to listen to. And I tell you what, boy, it's gonna be a great year listening to baseball on the radio next year, man. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I just hope that your White Sox improve from whatever they had this year. Man.
I think they will.
Hope they do.
I believe they will. I believe they will. Because there's no way to go but up. All right.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't get me started on what we need up here in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Because it was the Blue Jays that knocked out the Red Sox.
Yep.
Out of playoff contention.
Yeah. We have absolutely zip for pitching right now, and our offense needs a whole lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Hell of a lot of work. But
I mean, we're relying too much on Devers. We need to spread that cash around a little bit more and try to make some moves. And granted, there are a few big bats, Juan Soto, that are currently available, but yet again, do we have the cap room to make these moves?
Juan Soto will wind up with the Mets.
I'm going
to say that out loud.
I just got the Ghiblies.
You and me both, and we don't have.
Listen, the Yankees are trying to retain him. The Mets are trying to snatch him.
Yeah, but they got to figure out what to do with Pete Alonso too, because he's also a name that's floating out there in free agency.
He's staying. They're going to find a way to make him stay.
Nah, he'll be a Dodger.
No, I'll do one better. He's coming to Boston. Let's get rid of this. He's coming to Boston.
Okay, I'll mess with both of you. He'll wind up in either Houston or on the South Side. And by the way,
the South Side too soon to be Nashville White Sox. I mean, sorry.
Sorry.
I had something in my throat
for that.
Sorry.
At least he's not going
to. Look, I've had to say it. I've had to say it. Okay.
At least he's not ending up in Sacramento.
Oof.
Woof.
Oof.
That situation there. Woof.
Well, he could always be going down to wherever the hell Tampa Bay's relocating for the season.
Oh, they're playing at George Steinbrenner Field for the season.
Because it's going to take a full season to fix that roof.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be tearing that place down anyway to make room for a new park.
So they may as well just tear it down and build it now.
Yeah, they should, but
or alternatively,
and build it now.
Alternatively, you sell a team to a group of investors in Montreal, and we get the Expos back, baby.
No.
Yeah, I know.
It'll
never happen. It'll never happen.
I know. But you know what? The Rays to Montreal would work.
It would work. I thought it should work. The only problem is you
they
can't
don't have a park.
They don't have a park because you can't use Olympic Stadium.
No.
The rule is right. They fix the roof, which will take another 10 years at Olympic Stadium, and you can't host an event if there's more than 3 centimeters of snow on the roof of that stadium currently.
Mm-hmm. So
that's basically till about. No, I'd say till about May in Montreal.
So they'd be on the road for the first month of the year,
if not 2.
Yeah.
Unless they come up with some outdoor stadium.
Oh God.
There were plans in the works until they moved to have an outdoor stadium in one of the old rail yards in Montreal, but unfortunately they couldn't find Jeffrey Luria had to
toy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's your hospital moment.
Thank you. Patooey.
He's like, well, I can't afford to play this team. I can't afford to do this and that. And he's suddenly he's like, you know what? It's major league problem. You take care of this problem. I'll buy the Florida Marlins instead.
Yeah, and we see what happens there.
Dumbass.
Okay. There's one other topic that I had in mind.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I can't believe I'm going to bring this up today.
Oh boy.
What?
Give me this button, because I don't know how this word will go over, but I will do it anyway. The pacification of Bronny James.
Oh,
that
I was bracing.
You're going to bring up that.
But it's Monday.
I know it's Monday, but we got you here for the first time in a couple of months. I'm hoping to get you back weekly, but I know that depends on your crazy schedule right now.
Mm-hmm.
But doggone it, I'm going to end this segment with some fun and pose the question. What's going on with kids today? What's going on with entitled, privileged kids?
I don't know, Jerry Seinfeld. You telling me?
I think I've got
kids today.
I think I've got
with these kids?
You know what? No. I've got the answer for this.
Okay.
Right here. Yes, LeBron. It is you. There's always been you. Forever be you. You're the reason why your kid's such a little forever and ever. Amen. Carry on.
Thank you. Ay. So where do you do the? I'll end with this. Do the Jets do what I suggest? Do the Jets do what the commissioner suggested the Bears do? Just bring everybody in and push the plunger. Just let them all go.
We don't. It's gonna be another rebuild. There's no rhyme or reason not to have another rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Joe Douglas is quiet quitting. His coaching staff is overwhelmed. We don't know what's going to happen with Woody, because with this new administration coming in, if he's going to run it back and be the UK ambassador again. So my suggestion to the Johnsons: sell a team.
You beat me to it.
Sell the team, please. Give it to somebody who cares, who will hire the right people. They figured it out in San Francisco. They figured it out in Kansas City. They figured it out in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
They figured it out everywhere else. Even the Bears had some success in the early 2000s.
Yes, early 2000s.
And the Lions figured it out.
The Lions have definitely figured it out.
The Lions have figured it out. They're biting kneecaps. They're the best team in the league right now.
Yeah,
they are hands down. And I had some Eagles fan in my chat on Saturday morning say the Eagles were the best team in the league.
No, they're not.
And we said no, absolutely not. They are not the best team in the league.
The Eagles are a Jekyll and Hyde kind of team.
The Eagles need to make their offensive identity Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
He is their offense. He's their offense. Yeah, great. Jalen Hurts can do Jalen Hurts things. Granted, he has a running game.
Jalen Hurts has regressed.
But I think he can be more of a they need to make him more of a facilitator rather than the point person of that offense.
Rather
than it goes through Saquon. It goes through Saquon.
Now the biggest thing is, why does it seem like this league now, outside of 3 or 4 teams, is scared to run the ball?
I'll tell you why. Because they're so hell bent on putting up passing yards. They saw what Drew Brees did. They saw what Tom Brady did. And it seems like the goal they want is 5,000 yards instead of 3,000 rushing. And say again.
Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, all those guys.
But see, the point with Peyton Manning, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino, they had an accompaniment for their offense.
They did.
A running game.
Yeah.
Same with Brady for the longest time in New England.
Exactly. Same with Brady. They were not afraid to run the football.
No. And this is the crazy part that drives me nuts with the Jets offense.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Broncos, when they brought in Peyton Manning for the last however many years he was with the team, 7 seasons? 5 seasons?
5 seasons.
5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 2 seasons, I had to think John Elway sat him down and said, listen, we know what you can do with the ball. We know you can throw the ball around. You're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a complementary running attack for you because you can't do this by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets management should have done this with Aaron Rodgers before the season began. Actually, heck, before last season began. You should have said, we know you're talented. We know you've got an arm.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting older. We know you want to win. We can win with Breece Hall as your running back. And they've failed to do that.
Too scared to run the offense through Breece Hall. You saw it in the second half yesterday. You saw it.
You did. I didn't.
Well, I had to do the game. So
yes, you did.
What's your common comment? Wifepick.exe.
Wifepick.exe executing wifepick.exe completed.
She's, you know what? I told her that, and she started cracking up. And she says, well, and he says he has two of them, one for you and one for me. I told her the one you did for wife pick, and then the Homer pick, and she just starts cracking up laughing. My daughter even gets in on the fun.
Yeah.
My daughter Cheyenne gets in on the fun.
I did pay attention loosely to the scores just because at first intermission, I was just looking at the scores and I see the Jets had the ball. And by the way, Jeff Ulbrich, if your quarterback who has won games before says, let's go for it on fourth down and win this game, you should probably listen to him instead of going for a field goal, because knowing your defense has been soft all season long. The defense you put together, by the way,
who
can't stop the run, can't tackle worth a damn. You should have listened to your quarterback.
And the Colts marched right downfield on that game-winning drive and stole the game.
As soon as I saw the field goal pop up on the game cast, I said, nope, this game is going to be – the Colts are going to win this game. And guess what happened? But then we were also looking at the Lions-Jaguars score line, and we just can't stop laughing. We can't stop laughing.
No.
We can't stop laughing.
And the thing is, they led, the Jaguars did, 3-0 in that game, and in essence, pissed them off.
You took the lead on us. How dare you? Here's our foot in your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, we'll spot you 3 points. They'll take it over from here.
28 unanswered. Then it's 28-6, and then they put 24 unanswered.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Lions said, we're done for the day.
We'll pack it in. Go watch the Grey Cup.
Yep. Morning shift for Cole Johnson. Welcome to the Fanatics Feedback Zone. He says the diagnosis is Woody Johnson and that ayahuasca sipping, toe picking, MySpace retreat attending space cadet. Aaron, I destroy teams with my bare hands, Rogers.
He will never let that. Cole Johnson doesn't hate a thing except for Aaron Rodgers. I don't get it. I
do.
Well, you do.
Same way. I understand.
I don't.
The quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. He should be ignored at all times.
So you wouldn't have gone for it on 4th and 2? Anyway. I thought this was about joy. This wasn't. I didn't want to talk about the Jets today, but you made me do it. So,
hey, I got to talk about New England later. Come on now.
Are you going to take a sip?
No. I mean, I have a week off. I have the week off. I could, but for comedic effect. But nah. I got work to do today.
I had wine on the air yesterday during the 49ers game. My wife brought me a glass of wine, along with 2 rounds of dinner, another round of wine, then dessert. We had some fun.
You're a happy boy.
I'm very much a happy boy. All right, let's let you out of here. Coffee with McCarthy has returned. Hurry up and come back weekly, will you?
Okay. So FYI, we're taping. I have a new hockey podcast, no credentials required, called the 3 Rails Metro Hockey Podcast, where I talk Devils. I have 2 co-hosts, Brian and Dan. We call them Daniel Smooth. We talk Devils, Rangers, Islanders. OG show back tomorrow at 7:05, and we got a Thanksgiving show at 10 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. So
Thanksgiving
Join us.
morning. I'm going to go see my nieces and nephews and then watch Detroit beat the hell out of the Bears. I'm actually going to watch the Lions game because they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch the Lions game. I don't care about the Cowboys. I don't care about the night game. Going to watch the Lions game. We're going to eat during the Cowboys game and then go home and pass out. And I think I'm going to see my grandkids again. Ryan McCarthy joining us. Special edition of Coffee with McCarthy. Man, hurry up and fix your schedule and come back with us weekly. Please.
Okay.
We miss you.
I miss being missed.
Thank you, brother, very much.
Thanks, fellas.